What's up, guys? Today we're looking at the Nemesis, the Nemesi, the Nemesito clone. Yes, it's the Nemesis clone from HCIGAR, but it's really made by Atmomasani, by a guy named McAllis, I believe. But this is the HCIGAR version. I got this from happyvapor.com. It's a pretty good deal over there. You should check it out. I got a coupon code for it a little later in this video. We'll take a look at that. I'll put it in the description below so you can save 10%. But the Nemesis, the Nemesi, the Nemesito. I can't stop singing that. Ever since I got this, I just keep screaming Nemesis. Yeah, but I'm a little crazy like that. Anyway, the Nemesis, it hits hard. It's got your, steam train on it, and that's what Atmomasani means in Greek, and it does hit well. It hits well for a clone. It's got the silver-plated contacts, all that good stuff. We'll get up a little closer with it, take a little look at the pieces that come with it, and we'll talk about it at the end a little bit more. So I kind of feel weird about this because it is a clone, and it's a blatant clone. Like it's very clone-esque, down to the inscriptions on it, the logos, just everything is identical. It's very identical. I watched another video where people took parts from the original Nemesis and actually were able to use them with this and use different tubes from one to the other. So it's a blatant replica of it, okay? Which, for the purpose of this video, I'm going to pretend I don't have an opinion about it because it hits pretty good. Let's get in a little bit closer and take a look at it. All right, so here's a closer look at the HCIGAR Nemesis. Okay, this is a total clone of the Atmomasani Nemesis, okay? It's even got the logo on it. It has the Atmomasani with the steam train. It actually says Nemesis on it. It has the number. This one is 4639. The next one would obviously be 4640, 41, 42, so on and so forth. It's got the Death Angel on it. It looks pretty sick. The etching is pretty nice. This has been working in really well. It's got a few little dings on it because, I carry it in my pocket with this UCAN and they just kind of scrape each other. This was much more satiny looking when I got it, but I kind of like it looking more stainless like it is right now, okay? So, what's the story behind this guy? A guy named McAllis designed this. The company is Atmomasani, and it means steam train, okay? HCIGAR took that idea and made a total copy of it, and that's what this is, all right? So I've even read that, the tubes actually can commingle with one another. You can take parts from the original Nemesis, put them on this HCIGAR clone, and they will work, okay? So it's that's a total debate on its own that I'm not going to go into. I'm going to pretend I don't have an opinion on the clone market, but I have one. So what am I going to do, right? Okay, it's got the adjustable airflow on it. It's got this ring. So when the dimples line up with the holes, you can get, half airflow, full airflow. I use all drippers, so really that thing could be over here for all I care, okay? In the box. Oh yeah, I got the coupon code, Check it out, it's a coupon code. Okay, friends, you can get 10% off from Happy Vapor using this code HV-MDT2MY, okay? I'll put it in the description below. You can share in the savings, okay? They're located in Concord, Ontario, Canada, okay? They got some really neat stuff. Check them out. They got, some pretty cool stuff, precise. They have a DNA. I think they have an Opus D. They're out of stock though right now. But they got some pretty cool stuff there. Check it out. It's near Kiel and Highway 7, all right? Happy Vapor. So when you get this guy, it comes with this piece of tube installed. This is the kick tube, so if you're using a kick, You're going to require this. It's going to make it a bit longer, but, you know, that's the price you pay for using your kick. I don't feel like I need to regulate a mechanical mod, so I've never felt the need to have a kick in my life, okay? I just want straight, you know, voltage from my battery. My battery's, you know, 3.7 volts. Just hammer that 18650 to it. That's what I like, okay? Sub-ohm builds. That's where I'm at. All right. It's also got this little beauty ring right here that sits in the middle here, and it just extends it slightly. It's about the same size as that top ring almost. But it extends it a little bit if you're using different batteries. You might need this if you configure it with some other battery combinations. I don't need it. When I have used this, it's actually made this firing button stick really far out, and then it gets like a little loose. Like it's kind of loose right now, but it makes it super loose when I have that piece in. That's why it lives in the box, okay? It's also got the spring. There's another piece of spring that's kind of stuck in there that used to live in this guy, but now it's got the magnet upgrade in it, and it works really good with the magnets. I dig the magnets. Happy Vapor has the magnets, 2 earth magnets, neomagnetium or whatever they are, for $1.50. So it's really cheap for the magnet upgrade there, okay? So yeah, just a total copy of the Nemesis from Atmo Masani. Got the Atmo Masani, got the Steam Train, got the Death Angel, got the number, says Nemesis. The tubes can commingle with one another from the original Nemesis, okay? Let's take this apart. Got a build in this W4 that's a 0.38 dual flat bastard coil. Vape's awesome. Got another video on my channel for that. Okay. So what happens here? This was, you know what? When I first got this lock ring was really crunchy and it didn't feel round. It felt kind of ovalized and it didn't sit really nice against the tube. But over the last couple of weeks, it's actually worked itself in and it spins really nice now. Like just kind of whipping it. I like whipping this thing around. All right. So if you do have a problem with that when you get it, it will go away. You can use a little bit of Vaseline to lube up the threading. Just make sure you wipe all that excess off. It will conduct a lot better without any, you know, Vaseline grease in there, especially if you do some sub-ohm kind of stuff. All right, this top piece here, airflow. Take that off. There's your holes. They go all the way through. And this is where your airflow enters, okay? There's a little O-ring that holds this in place. You can see your 510 connection, and there's your, it's silver. Yeah, it's silver-plated connector pin in there. And you know what I dig is that this seam right here, it just goes away when you tighten this down. Like mine is like pretty much invisible. Sorry, I got juice fingers right now. But it's really nice seams on this. The threading, at first when I got it, I thought was really chunky, but it does get much better the more that you use it, okay? So here's your connector pin. Like I said, it's silver plated. It has like a little Delrin insert that you screw into. I could see this kind of stripping out over time because Delrin, I don't feel like it's gonna thread well for too long. But be careful with it and it should be okay. And the threading in this is pretty nice. Take out that battery. The threading is pretty good. And it pretty much goes away. Like the seam is almost not there. Like it is, but I've seen much, much worse. Now, the switch. This was really wonky for me when I got it. This whole lock ring and switch mechanism, I kind of hated this when I first got it. I did, honestly. But it's kind of, I've learned how to work with it, and it's gotten a lot better. Like I took this beauty ring out, and when I had the beauty ring in, this bottom pin would just kind of have to sit kind of loose. just kind of loose. And when if you had to, move it around or fire it, it would tend to back out or move forward, and then your button just kept getting longer. I actually had this come out a few times, and it sucks, okay? So I've got the magnets in underneath. I'm not going to pull this apart because it's going to take me 5 minutes to take it apart and put it together. But there are some, neomagnetium earth magnets in there, and they're just repelling that firing button. Got your Delrin on here, and I believe this is brass, the threading on here. And there is a small pin in there that is brass as well that connects to the firing pin that conducts your electricity throughout the whole thing, okay? But without this ring, the best way I've found to configure this is you tighten this guy all the way down till it doesn't spin, bottomed right out. You get the best repelling of these magnets. It just works the best, in my opinion, okay? Yeah, I like this lock ring now. Sorry, I'm going off topic here. But yeah, I like spinning this. It's awesome. There's some vent holes in here, just like the original. If your battery needs to vent, there's, 4 holes in it. Okay? But let's put this thing together, because it's not... The thing about it is, your batteries are going to be slightly bigger, slightly smaller, no matter if they're the same brand or not. So when you do put this together, you need to make adjustments, or you're going to find a little gap, or you're not going to connect properly. And I'll show you what you need to do here to get rid of that. So when you build this thing, I'm trying to line up the air holes, even though they don't matter. I don't know why. That's just the kind of fella that I am, all right? Put that together, okay? Where's my Addy? Here it is. So we're going to tighten the Addy up. It's the first thing you want to do here. Make sure that your Addy is bottomed out, and then tighten this pin against it. Make sure that's snug, and then you can kind of put the rest of this together. And we might still end up with a gap. If we don't end up with a gap in here, then we fluked out, okay? But watch this seam. It's going to go away. Seam. No seam. Man, I like that. Take the battery, put it in there. Now we can put these 2 pieces together. And there's a gap. Okay, so you got to back this out, tighten it up, no gap. Then you can kind of turn your firing button in, and you're going to have a good connection. Very good connection, right? That's how you do it. That's up close and personal. You know what I want to do is, I want to do a voltage test on this, okay? I don't know if this is going to read properly because it's like a 0.3 ohm. So I'm going to use something else for this. It might just be drawing too much energy when I use this to give a proper reading. So I'm going to use an Aspire Nautilus. This battery is probably not super fresh. I've been using it an hour. Where are we? So it's 3.83-ish. I'll put this on. What's the voltage drop? It hits pretty good, so I don't think it's going to be too much. So what was that, 3.83? 3.62 it goes up to. This connection good. A little more. It hits pretty good. Is that backing off? Yeah, this is getting wonky. I think I got a problem with my voltage reader here. But, yeah, it hits good. It hits really well. Try this one more time here. .5-ish? 3.7? 3.7. Okay, that's where it's supposed to be. 3.7, 3.8. Yeah, the voltage drop is pretty low on this. Like, it really does hit hard. If you want a hard-hitting mech mod, this is going to be it. Try it out. Check it out. HCIGAR Nemesis. And I got it from these guys, all right? So let's take it back out, blow some clouds, and get out of here. So that's it. That's the up close and personal with the HCIGAR Nemesis clone. Like I said, got this one from happyvapor.com. HCIGAR version, clone of it, blatant clone of it, but it works really good for a cheap mod, okay? So this is the coupon code for 10% off on your first order. Check it out, Happy Vapor. It works good. It works really good. It's kind of a pain to get all your contacts working properly with your battery. It is a little bit tricky at first. The firing button's not that awesome on it. It's a little crunchy. If you get the magnet upgrade, it's a little bit better. And the lock ring, yeah, it's worked in now, but at first there was a couple of times where I had it locked in position and it took some force to get it off. So it works. It works good. It blows huge clouds. Check it out. That's a 0.38 ohm dual flat bastard coil I did in a video just, 1 or 2 videos ago if you want to see how to build this coil. Nemesis. It's a good hit. Check it out. The Nemesis. The Nemesito.